I'm still having pen fun, and I'm having pen fun with this pen, the Vicky Carvajal Von M pen that has a warranted nib, when I thought it was going to be a Waterman nib, but it's warranted, which is fine, whatever. It's a nice warranted nib, so I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, I tell you. What's weird about this pen, among other things what's weirdest about it is where they engraved the name. It's sort of not, if it were here, of course it would be over the Waterman, so they couldn't do that. They did it here. It's not quite at a right angle. It's sort of a weird, do you put it on the bottom, or do you put it to the right angle of this? Where do you put it? And in this case, when the pen is in your right hand and you turn it, you'll see the name right side up, which I was told was the correct way to do it. When you see the pen when it's in your hand, you see your name. If the pen were capped and it were in my hand, you'd see the name upside down. So the idea was, normally when I see a pen that has a name engraved and it's upside down when it's in your hand, I think that the person was a left-handed person. I never would have thought that until I got a pen engraved, a vintage Sterling overlay pen, and I brought it to an engraver and had it engraved so that it could be given as a gift to a business associate of ours. And I showed it to the pen repairman. I said, "Oh, he did at Bromfield Pen Shop," and I said, "Oh, this is what the guy did." And he said, "He did it he put it on upside down." And I thought, well, how can you put a name upside down on a pen? And he said, when you hold it in your hand, it should be right side up so you can see it, rather than right side up when the cap is on the pen and you're holding it with your left hand. You don't want it to be right side up then. You want to be right side up when you're holding it in your hand. Now, when you're holding it in your hand, now if I'm holding this in my hand like this with the cap on, it's upside down. So I guess it would have been right side up if he looked at his pen with the cap on. But anyway, this guy was telling me that, George Salustro was telling me that a name engraved on a pen is to look right side up when you're holding the pen in your hand, which is what this one is doing. Even if I have to rotate the pen so the nib is upside down to read my name. If my name were Vicky. My name is not Vicky. So, but anyway, that's what he said, which was kind of neat. I would not have, maybe never have realized that. Well, maybe I would have realized that a name can be upside down when you're looking at it. It's like when you see a flag on an airplane, decaled on an airplane. Here's the front of the plane, the nose of the plane, tail of the plane is back here. When you see a flag, you see it like this, U.S. flag. But if this plane were to turn around and you saw it from the other side and they had the flag on it, they would have the flag look like this. They'd still have it so you see it correctly, or the field, the canton, that's the blue part with the stars, is called the canton. The canton you'd see in this orientation. If you saw it like this, if it was actually a flag flying on an airplane, if it was on a flagpole, you'd see the stars here and the stripes in the back going that way. But anyway, so when you're holding a pen in your hand, admiring its beauty, most of us are right-handed, and you'd hold the pen like this and you'd say, oh, how beautiful this is. You're so backwards. You're so backwards. Well, no, of course you'd write with it. I'd write with it all day too. I wouldn't care about putting ink in a pen that's never had ink before. Whether I'd automatically put my name on a pen that doesn't have a name, I don't think I would do that. But I would I don't mind having them engraved. I like the idea of engraving. I like the idea that someone bought this for someone and had their name put on it. Or even someone who bought it for themselves and had their name put on it. I like that idea. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just trying to see if I can get this thing apart. Maybe I don't want to. I'll just leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is, Pierre. There's something about the fact that the nib isn't exactly square to the lever. That's the thing that's bothering me about this pen. Let's see if I can easily reset this by taking the nib out gently, rotating the feed gently. Now what is this little thing here? What is this all about? What is this little piece of whatever this is? Where did that come from? Aha! No. I thought this is a little piece of tape. Isn't that clever? Why is that there, you ask? This is very strange. It looks like someone may have altered this feed a bit. Oh, it's very loose in here now. See this thing, what that did? That added extra friction holding it all together. This is really loose. So that actually, in this case of this pen, is important. So I'm going to put it back in. I've never seen anyone do this before, but I'm going to put it back in anyway, just because I can. How did it fit? This is like a piece of plastic. So this, okay. Okay, now where did it go? There it is. Maybe this doesn't want to go in the other way. This looks like this has someone gouged out the bottom of this, which is very interesting. I've never seen that done either. This is just new. There's so many things that are new to me about this pen. It's surprising me. So I'm going to set this like this. this fit in? Yes. Huh. Okay. Why aren't you working at all now? Yeah, I wouldn't do it to me either. I keep threatening to do it to all of the pens in my collection where I'd say this pen belongs to Pierre Gustafson's. This pen was stolen from Pierre Gustafson. I should have on all of my pens that I sell. This pen was happier on the desk of Pierre Gustafson. So I still didn't put this straight. Let's do it again. Let's put it in so it's exactly up and down from the lever. And now where did the inside piece go? It's right there. Okay, good. I just got ink all over my face. God bless. Okay, where's the lever? The lever's right there. Breather hole is lined up with the center of the lever. Is that correct? Still off by a few degrees, but I'm going to leave it. No, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to do it. Let me just do it right. Do you think I can just do it right once? I like this nib a lot, and I'm surprised it could very easily have said Waterman on it because it's acting very much like a Waterman nib rather than a warranted nib. Warranted nibs are sometimes a little too, well, warranted nibs can be very good. I should not be dissing warranted nibs. Okay. Are you lined up now, finally? Yes. Yes. Good. Really a nice nib on this one. It's really, really sweet. Now I may keep this one rather than the, I do have a blue one already in my collection that does not have a name on it, but this name is kind of growing on me. Vicky Carvajal von M. It almost sounds like it should be royalty. These are the Von M's. I would like to introduce you to the Von M's. Their name, their real name is shrouded in mystery. We only are giving you the M part of their name. Von M. I think M, when it says von, it means from. So von. There's probably there's many M's in Germany, Bavaria, and Europe, and other such places. So Von M is only slightly reducing the mystery. Just look this up. Von in German names. Means from. The term von is used in German language surnames as a nobiliary participle indicating a noble paternality, paternal, patrilineal, patrilineality. So it would be Vicky Carvajal von M. Mecklenburg von M. No, I do like it's almost, it could be that the engraver ran out of room. I can't possibly put Magdalenaburg on the back of that already long name. So it's going to be the M that will abbreviate. Just want to see if my nib is getting too close to the cap there. Seems fine. Good. So what's up with you today, Melissa? This is really a nice little nib. I'm very happy with this. This pen, on the other hand, am I happy with this or not? This has a Waterman Accountant nib on it, which is a little bit. Is it a little scratchier than it should be? I think it's just scratchy enough. It's in a very large pen, larger than the pen that it came in by leaps and bounds. The pen this nib came in would have been this size, so quite a bit smaller would have fit on this pen. But I had this pen kicking around and it didn't have a nib, and I had that nib ready to go, so I made it fit. And it's kind of a nice fit for the moment. I may change my mind later, try something else in it. But not for a while. Kitty. Kitty. Bye.